go. I got to lean in.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to another Lean. I'm here with Antonio and Asia, and it's time to lean in, bitch, for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 13. What we at in this show? Is it 13?
13 or
Yeah, 13 is right here at the top.
I was about to say it's either 13 or 14.
It's 13. We are making it through the season, and I'm so glad because it's just been okay, you know. But I enjoy coming here to the show with y'all and everyone watching.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you look blurred. What's going on, Antonio? How you doing?
Hold on.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm in a new environment, so my lighting is a little off.
Mhm.
So yeah, just work with me, people.
Listen, nobody's gonna read you up here, I promise.
I'm not worried about being read.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on with you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm good. Just living life.
Oh, yeah, living life, child, living life. Shout out to everybody watching right now. I saw April checked in earlier with some hands, clapping, thumbs up. David is back, says that he has not caught a live in a while, but he is here. Welcome back, David. Chase is here. TKC.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, let me know who else. If you're watching right now, let us know if you're watching. Check in and then let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, do the same as well. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, y'all know Atlanta's on Mondays, Tuesdays are for Real Housewives of New York, and then our lunch and leans will be returning on this Thursday. So Love Hip Hop is now bi-weekly, comes on Thursdays as well, and Bell Collective will now air every Monday around the 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock Eastern time zone. So y'all get 2 Monday shows to watch. Yeah, and 2 different hosts. All right, so let's get into it. This episode was interesting. I just watched it. I didn't watch the after show, so if there's any nuggets from the after show, did y'all watch it this time?
I watched the after show.
Okay, so if anything I missed, let me know. Correct me, because I don't be having time to watch both of them. I was outside this past weekend, and baby, I was outside.
Oh, you was definitely outside in your black and white.
Yes.
I saw photos like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chest out and all. I said, okay then.
I am so tired. What's going on, Cheryl? How you doing? All right, so episode 13 titled Peach Passion. Now, this event, I remember when it happened. It was the event hosted by Kandi, and I remember seeing the photos because it just kind of got out, during the filming time. But leading up to the event, we get a scene. Well, so first of all, the Portugal trip is over. I think this was probably one of the most boring trips that I think they have been on. They've been on many trips in the past, but it was very boring. I don't even think they did anything exciting. Usually they do things that's kind of like,
It was a relaxed trip though, right?
It was supposed to bring the girls together, but they argued at every peaceful event that was. So, and I mean, it's Housewives, but I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know if Portugal was the place. I don't think they just probably go back to the islands where they can just kind of be regular. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they after the trip, and we get a scene with Sanya. Sanya's talking to her sister, and we haven't seen her sister since her charity event, in which she kind of like, did her hair and got the hell up out of there. But in this scene, it was kind of small, but Sanya breaks down because she's telling her sister that she wants her around. She wants her to be around for a lot of the moments that she's a part of. I'm sorry, a lot of moments in her life that she's like, especially woman, Mummy Nation. But her sister basically tells her, one, yeah, you want me around, but I'm not just your little sister anymore. Like, I also work for you, but I have my own life. I think that's what she's been saying the whole season, as it relates to everything. So honestly, I don't know what's not clicking with Sanya, but her sister is basically telling her, "Girl, let me live. Like, I have a life too, and
I got a life too."
Right, I have a life too. I have kids, I have a husband, and I'm doing your damn hair. I'm sick of it. That's what I heard from it. Any thoughts on this scene that y'all got? I'll start with you, Asia.
I think it's funny how she was wrapping fake gifts. That just caught my attention. Like they wanted to wrap fake gifts while the kids was awake. But the scene in itself, I think her sister finally was able to voice clearly what she's been meaning this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So even when it comes to like her getting moved out the house, it's like, but I only live here because you wanted me to. Like we're doing all this stuff for you. Yeah. And I like the breakdown of even when the husband was, maybe that was in the after show, now that I think about it. But she pretty much was like, yeah, when the husband started working for her too, it was just too much because everybody was on Sanya's time. So I like that. It was just a nice dialogue, and it's kind of like, I think this story is gonna close out now.
Well,
hopefully.
I agree. I hope that it does close out because I don't want them to really go into any more seasons if Sanya returns, whereas they're having these family issues and it creates some type of a bigger wedge or a bigger fraction than what it needs to be. I do think Sanya, as the statement says, maybe a little selfish, but also you can really tell, and they talked about this on the after show, that she is extremely spoiled. So I also think that she enjoys having her family around her because it's like a comfort zone. She doesn't have to worry about anything. She doesn't have to worry about who's, watching her kid, or because she knows that her sister or her mom is going to take care of her kid as if it's their own. So I get it, but I am ready for this story to kind of go ahead and wrap up. If Sanya and Ross want them out of the house, then allow them to go ahead and find them, their own apartment so they can all be good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not really invested in this story, to be honest. I do think that I'm not. Sanya is definitely selfish, and I think it's just time for her and Ross to kind of just really, truly live in their own life, and that means getting the family out of the house. It's just time for them to just. We know she's pregnant. She has a child in the way, a second child. So now it's time to do things over and do it over in the sense with just them two. Because family is clearly, like, I know family is big, in Jamaica or whatever, but no, it's time to blossom from family. Because family clearly, she feels like family should be more than what they are. And at some point, family, they do have their own life, and she doesn't seem to get that. So I agree with her sister. Yeah, so sister is damn sure tired of doing her damn hair. She tired. She tired.
It's Atlanta too, so you can find somebody to do your hair
Plenty.
Very easily.
But I'm right. I see a lot of debates in the chat. TKC and Chase are fighting. Security, can y'all get them
already?
Too?
Already? Damn.
No, they're not fighting, child. They just having a debate about who should go, who should stay. We'll let them fight. I know Sean, break it up. Help me break it up, Sean. All right, so then we get a scene with Cynthia, one of the I don't consider Cynthia an OG because she wasn't there from the first season. She didn't even come to season 3. However, she's been around for a long time. I would consider her, one of the pioneers that helped the franchise get to where it is, especially in the golden years, right? So we see Kandi, and they are at Blaze, and Cynthia shows up. She's back. She has her favorite little line. Now, what's going on? And she looks good. It's good to see Cynthia. I was listening to the build-up, and I know Kandi was just like, I've always loved Cynthia. I feel kind of weird about that. They never really, the only issue they ever really had mainly was in season 6, right? But I just don't feel like when Cynthia was around, Kandi just really appreciated Cynthia like that. Like,
I agree.
They didn't really do stuff.
I don't even recall them ever even having one-on-one time until maybe later on, in the seasons, but starting at season 3 and going after, I don't recall them really being, that nice or that friendly to one another.
Yeah, when I think of relationships, I think of individual scenes. And if I can't think of scenes where they've just hung out, then I don't see that being a real friendship on these shows. Because of course they force scenes, and that's all I recall. I don't recall that being Candy's girl or Cynthia being Candy's. I don't recall that. But nonetheless, in this scene, they tried to make it seem like they had such a great thing. But I think it's just a way to bring Cynthia back. And the first thing they talk about is the divorce that had just happened 3 months prior. This is around Christmas time, so December. October is when I think they got divorced, right, or somewhere around that time. I don't know, whatever it was. Her and Chill split, which we all knew. She just she didn't really say what happened. She, even when it happened, she kind of gave like a very vague statement. But nonetheless, Kandi, they talk about that. Kandi talks about Bedroom Kandi, the anniversary, the 10 years, or 11 years, however long it's been, and she's having an event later this episode. Now, I will say, I am very happy and proud of her for that because if you watch the show from the beginning, Bedroom Candy, it was shaky. Like just hearing about it, it was like a sex toy line, like huh? And then like here we are 10 years later, it's just like it's doing so good. So
It's
for
kind of
that,
it's taboo at this point. Sex toys are like openly
right.
talked about.
And
Yeah.
she did it at a point, like I agree that nobody was doing it. She kind of tapped into it, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody got OnlyFans, everybody got dildos, everybody got everything. So I would consider
Don't
her
want a dildo today.
right. Right. I wonder do y'all think that Mama Joyce would still have an issue if Ridiculous was right there through it?
Yes.
You think
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably
I think so. Like to be honest, they made it a point not to have Mama Joyce on this season at all.
Yeah. Oh, she went in season earlier? No.
They haven't shown her. I don't. If they have, I don't remember. It wasn't memorable.
I thought it was something that happened earlier that she said she had an opinion about something. Oh, yes, it was. Because they was talking about the aftermath.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen her lately. We saw her in one episode.
Good. She can stay in the back house and be quiet. Good. So after she talks about that, the event coming up, she talks about getting into it, everybody, and they show flashback. Literally, at this point, Kandi has argued with it. Says the only person she's not beefing with really is Kenya. So literally up until the point to where last week with Drew. And she just doesn't know if Drew will still be in the movie. So what are y'all thoughts? Like hearing this, you know, the whole movie thing, I honestly forgot about that damn part. But I mean, at this point, Kandi should just stop bringing people into her businesses that are on the show because it's always an issue. Time. Always. From Kim in the song to Portia and that damn play to this is always a problem.
Phaedra, that was with Todd, but still the video and
yeah. So any thoughts on any of this? Cynthia coming back? Were y'all excited to see Cynthia come back to some capacity? The bedroom Kandi situation that we talked about, and then whether or not she wants Drew to be in the movie still. Any thoughts?
For me, I think it was. I mean, wasn't that I was happy to see Cynthia back, but I mean, when she kind of walked on, I was like, oh, okay, it's Cynthia. Like, I mean, cool, but I don't need to necessarily see her again. Like, I'm not anticipating like, oh, when Cynthia gonna pop back on the scene. It wasn't that type of feeling. I do understand also Kandi not being I understand her saying that she's not sure if Drew will be in it, but I think that they kind of took that situation and made it so much bigger than what it actually, needed to be. I felt like Marlo today. I started getting confused too. So I was just like, 80-20, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
That's 80-20, child. Any thoughts, Asia?
I feel like it would have been beneficial for Cynthia to come back on the show if she was still beefing with Kenya. That's really the only thing that I would have wanted to see. I feel like
true.
This her coming back and being funny and like a little shady is cute. But I mean, it's not that I missed her. I feel like the good show that we could have had with her coming back initially when her and Kenya were not in a good space, that's where the mark was missed. So because she kikiing with everybody, nice to see you, pretty face, cheekbones, but that's it. It was nice.
I agree. I think they would have made for much better TV, to be honest, to see, because we saw it happen on Ultimate Girls Trip, then that was just it, Yeah. It did really have. I think production needs to do a better job of getting shit when they need to get shit. Okay, I know seasons are there for a reason, like they have their filming schedules, but they need to do a better job about like really just looking at what the hell is going on and getting these people in front of the camera.
Immediately, because I would have immediately changed the terms and conditions for Cynthia's contract right then and there, like as it was filming. Ultimate Girls Trip was filming, because even if you only had her part-time, I would have had her part-time right at the beginning.
But Ultimate Girls Trip. Hold on, which one was this? Ultimate Girls Trip 2 was 2 years ago. I mean, one was 2 years ago. So technically, they missed the mark last year. They should have had her
season 14. Yeah,
they should have had her around for season 14, and that would have made. I mean, that was enough time to pack. Teresa's wedding was just last year.
You're right. You're right.
So that to do a better job. It's a lot of organic drama that could be happening, but they miss it, and then just how you get these produced as seasons about people kissing 2 years ago. I mean, come on, what the hell? Like, no.
Yeah.
Do better production, please. Or put me on. Okay. All right. So then we get a small scene with Kenya. I thought it was probably the most adorable scene that I've seen in a while because Brooklyn is so cute, and she's like getting so much older, and she's talking clear and straight, and just being adorable. But basically, Kenya is like she has. Who was the child to her? Was it somebody's her family's child?
It's her cousin.
Like her cousin's baby.
Okay, the cousin's baby. Yeah. She's like kind of caregiving for the baby, taking care of the baby right now, just to kind of prep herself in case she wants to have more kids, because she kind of has been talking about it. Do y'all think she's going to actually go through trying to have kids again?
Let's hope not.
No, but no. Do you? That's okay. So, what do you think? Do you think she will?
I think she will try. Yes.
I think she's going to definitely try as well. And I'm worried.
Mark?
No.
Well, no, but they already have the
embryo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I say, I hope she don't, because the embryos are with Mark. Yeah,
I think she will probably use those, and I can also see Kenya being like, I want my kids to have the same, father and mother and blah blah blah.
So I don't want the. Okay, I guess
this is Kenya, and I can see her, trying to use those embryos. Absolutely.
Asia, the people want you. People want you down at Bravo. They want you over there at Truly Entertainment, or what's that thing? Made in Georgia. They want you down there, child.
Get me hired. I'll take a part-time job.
See, you be traveling enough. It work at your work. But yeah, other than that, that was pretty much it. Brooklyn, like I said, she was cute. She was a little envious of the little baby, but then she came around and was talking about how she wanted a brother and a sister. She wanted bunk beds and put the glue. It was a cute little scene. Any thoughts?
Stick them on top. I know that. That was so cute.
Any thoughts?
No. It's cute.
Okay. So then we got a scene with Drew, and I have a question before I go into this scene. Do you think that Drew has too much staff or workers or people on her team? And the second part of the question is, why does she have so much staff and people work and much of her team? Because she don't do shit. So okay, I think I answered the question. I'm sorry. What y'all think? What, like, do y'all think she has too much of a team, like, in general?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they do, so like I'm not trying to spend nobody else's money, but nobody understands what they're there for. So in my personal opinion, yes, because what is going on? Maybe they really work for Ralph in tech instead.
My thing is, I just feel like she has a chef, she got a stylist, she got somebody to do her hair, then she got somebody to look at her toenails. It's just so many different things going on in that house. Everybody in the house, and she wonder why she getting $1,000 lawsuits. Like, I don't think
she got too many people. She forgetting to pay the damn people, and then it's always different people. It's been different people every season. Don't even know who are these two people we have never seen before. Like Drew.
I think so. I feel like the first season she may have been reading our comments. She may have watched the lean. She may have heard us say we can't wait for her to glow up, get that good glow up. Season 2, season 3 glow up, and I think she didn't glue it up too much. She didn't try to glue up too much.
I don't mind the glam teams being there.
No,
I don't even mind the chef being there because of her shape and stuff like that. And when you have that PCOS, so you need good food and somebody to cook. So I don't mind that. Why you got 17 assistants? What are they
exactly?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. So when I see a scene with her, it's just like it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
If I was in Atlanta, I would work for Drew just so I can sue her too. I was just put myself down as a dishwasher, and I'm gonna sue her for something.
Oh, not the dishwasher.
Well, baby, she gonna fight it tooth and nail. So
yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so in this scene, they talk about Portugal. So the team actually leaves. They're talking about the closets, and I guess they organize.
because Drew got so many fabulous clothes that they got to figure out what
They kept panning around the closet, and I was just like, okay, I wouldn't be in here filming, girl. I mean, it's stuff in here, but if it's stuff that we want to look at, no. So Ralph comes in and they talk about Portugal. She talks to Ralph about how she feels like Kandi threw her under the bus by saying that, yes, she has messed with a woman, mentioning the situation with her and Latoya. She denies the kiss still, and she talks about Marlo filming her, and she basically talks about Courtney and says that she's no longer Courtney. She's no longer cousin Courtney. She's just Courtney because now she wants to get to know her before calling her a cousin. Any thoughts on any of this?
She should have did that from the damn beginning. Like, you just met this lady and it's already, that's my cousin. Like, girl, first of all, how y'all even related? Like, break that down.
It's Ralph.
I know it's Ralph, but I'm like, what are they, first cousins? Are they two sisters'
Ralph's
children?
Great aunt is her brother. It's her daddy's brother's sister aunt.
You just made that shit up. I'm like, I think she should have been Courtney from the very beginning. And even when she was having the conversation with Ralph was looking like, I mean, if you kiss the girl, it from what I got, it really ain't that serious. It didn't seem like it was that serious to him for them to be doing all of what they were doing. But now, since Drew has denied it, she has to continue to deny it. So
she ain't just deny it, but she's like going around calling people
liars. Yeah, that's true.
So why do y'all, I don't know if we talked about it in depth last week, why do y'all think, because I've seen a lot of different theories around the internet as to why they feel like she's lying about it. Like, why do y'all think she's lying about it? Because do you think it's the Christian, the church background of her mother, or do y'all think it's like, I just don't get it. It's just a kiss. I mean, I will say, women, y'all kind of get it easy when it comes to stuff like that. And had that been two men, it would have been a whole big thing.
Girls kiss girls
all the time. So it's just like, I don't understand why she's denying it, lying, but why do y'all think she is?
I think it's her mama.
You think so? But then I was like, didn't she have a baby like out of wedlock? Not judging at all, but I'm like, I'm like,
but that's different than people being like the Christian anti-gay rhetoric that goes on. Like, them two totally different things. Because Christians be bogging down like being gay is wrong, and all that other man with a woman and woman with a man. Like, and they sound just like that when they say it. I think it's the mama being the pastor. And I wanted to point out her closet is terrible. It's a waste of space. Somebody like me who has so many clothes and like I built a closet in my backyard. Like, I really have the things for it. She still got fashions from when she was on the game. Like, I think she still got that dirt
dusty. Everything looked dusty. With nothing sparkling or shiny. Everything just looked dull.
One organized. I saw some polka dots, like it's yellow, like chiffon. I was like, "What is this?" It was giving me 2007. Like, I saw her old prom dress in there. I don't know what's going on. She could at least log on to Shein because they, she could get.
The only thing I saw was that YSL bag that was hanging up.
I didn't see that. And Ralph,
it looked like her closet looked like she should be in that video. Girl, I've been shaking, trying to get to you. That song called?
You and that, ain't it, or something?
That closet gave me chicken head. That's what it gave, like that era, baby. It just was real. It was dated.
It looked like 2005. I'm not even giving it. It looked like 2005. It looked like before we was at, it looked like the fashions before we was at PTSSSU.
Oh, well.
Woo.
hopefully she get it together. I mean, she's better than where she started in her first season, but
That's because she renting the clothes. That's why we don't see the nice clothes in the closet.
Okay. We'll go to the next scene. So the next scene was with Kandi and Sheree. I'm surprised that they sitting down. Like, I guess Sheree, she's trying to be, on her good journey of meshing everybody together. So she meets with Kandi. She talks about getting her boobs done again, and that's one thing. And then she kind of gets right to the point and asks her what happened with Drew with the night of the whole line thing. And so she said, she tells Kandi that Drew told her that she feels like she was trying to produce. And Kandi's like, produce? Why do I need to produce? And why do I need to lie? And I'll stop right here for a second to ask you guys, because I've seen another debate online on social media for the last few days. So Kandi posted a video from Speak On It with her and Latoya a year or two ago, I think 2 years ago, talking about the kiss, where Latoya said that they definitely did kiss, right? And so I went to the comments, because I love to go to the comments, and the comments were actually not in her favor, despite having proof that the kiss, it was said to have happened. Because a lot of people in the comments felt like she's going too hard on this. They felt like, why, if Drew was really her friend, why would she be going, so hard to? Because let's say, for example, it is the church thing, or maybe she's trying to hide it from what's his name, because they're going through divorce. They feel like she's going too far to basically that she's not lying, or that Drew definitely kissed this girl. What are y'all thoughts on that? And then I'll come back to the show, because I want to touch on that while on my brain. Asia.
I feel like to me, I don't think anything is really going too hard on this show. Because they all we talk about ridiculous stuff on this show, if we're being honest. So even if it's about the church thing or whatever, like, you calling me a liar is a whole fajita. It's a wrap. So I think that's why Kandi's literally going hard on it for that reason. And then for Drew to keep doubling down, like, oh, well, she's trying to produce me. Oh, she's a liar. She's trying to groom me, getting me ready for this thing. And we also got to worry. We have to remember that Kandi don't like that grooming, producing type stuff, because it goes back to the dungeon. So Kandi's going to go hard for her. We know I'm not like a Kandi fan, but I understand that it's just like Kandi's at her wit's end, because everybody has come at her at this point. So she's just like, nah, I'm not about to be a liar too. Like, that ain't it. So I don't know about the trying to out her thing. I think Kandi just like, this the hill I'm dying on. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with outing her or anything like that, because I mean, this is a conversation that they've had on the show many times in many different scenes on many different seasons. I don't think she's going too hard. Two things that I hate to be called: one is a liar and the other is a thief. So yeah, if you call me either one of those, we definitely you're gonna have to pull up and show me some proof, because I'm gonna be needing it, and I'm gonna have mine if it's any available. So I understand why Kandi is going so hard. I think that's like a big thing for her, for to not be called a liar, and to be able to speak what she know is the truth. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. I just want to get your thoughts. I thought the comments would all been like, yes, Kandi got it together, or like, mic drop. But everybody was like, it was more people against Kandi doing it than it was for her doing it. And I was just wanted to bring it up. But back to the actual show. So after the whole producing comment comes up, Kandi does not like that. And she says that she don't know if she'll be able to work with her in the movie. And Sheree says, well, that's also one thing we talked about. And they showed a flashback of Drew saying that if they don't work together, it is what it is. And she tells her that. And she talks about her upcoming event and then inviting Latoya. Any thoughts on this scene at all about the whole production comment and what Sheree said? Because basically Sheree just went back to her and told everything she said in Portugal. Kandi was gone at this point too. So I think honestly, if Kandi was there, she probably would have gave it a tea there. But Kandi was gone. So any thoughts?
I'm glad she carried it back to her correctly. And she didn't add anything or, embellish or anything like that. Sheree ain't that smart, so sometimes her words don't come out properly, and she gets shit fucked up. So I am glad that she was able to give this information back in its accurate form, for sure.
I'm glad she brought it back because I'm tired of Kandi beefing with the same people over and over again. I wanted some new beef, so. And it didn't last long. I think Drew saying like, "Well, I don't care because I got plenty of movie offers." I feel like that's valid. That's fair. I ain't seen her in no movie.
I don't believe it.
I mean,
maybe Tubi.
Whatever. To each his own. And then I like the Kandi was like, you know what? If she don't want to be in it, she ain't gotta be in it. We can cast somebody else. We can finally cast Kenya. Twa 3.
Please give her something else to talk about than Twa. Okay. If we heard about Twa again, then listen, I need her to be in something else because at this point she's no longer an actress. She's a reality TV star. She was a former actress, or she acted in a movie.
Nia walk around acting like she was like Issa Rae of the 90s, and it's just not the case.
Issa Rae.
not the case. Not the case.
I agree, Sean. I said this last week when they talked. I said, "Child, I don't know why Drew is just as ditzy for talking to Sheree, but she probably don't care. She probably want to get back to. I mean, that's what they do, right? I wouldn't be talking to her, but who? But like I said, Drew.
So y'all saying Drew was producing?
Could be
producing.
Yeah. Looking at some comments right
y'all
now.
think Sheree add value to the show?
Somebody said Sheree. No,
I think TKC said that. That's why
no value to the show.
Yeah, he said she adds no value.
I feel like she adds value in the past. I mean, I don't know. Depending on, you got to define value because
I think she adds. She feel look. If she film in her house, that's enough. She had a Martell. I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't. They need one other older person on the show. I feel, and then it would balance it out a little bit.
Like when you say older, meaning like an OG person or like just an older in age.
Somebody from season 1 through.
Oh, okay.
Like they need somebody from the first half at least, just to make it not so stale. And Drew, because Drew's stuff is just always kind of the drama that Drew brings, the stuff that I like the least.
Ooh. Do you think that she's declassing the show?
No, I don't think this show gets declassed. I think it's being the same through and through, but our minds, how we view it, has evolved. But I think it's the same as it was.
Marlo declasses the show.
I don't think Marlo declasses the show. I think
it's square.
I think that she just she been on the show this whole time. She just I don't know. I
think Sean agrees with you. Sean agrees with you. Antonio. Sean said that's Marlo. Sean said Marlo is the show. Listen, hey, I love this everywhere. Some people like Marlo. I will say this episode, Marlo kind of had me laughing a little bit, but
it's good for the show. That's what it is.
She does have her funny moments.
She always has
the show. She's just not a good main character yet. But she's good for the show, and that's why I'm like, I don't think she declasses it. I think because she's been on it this whole time, she did the F-bomb on the show. She didn't got into it with everybody on the show. She was not even filming and somehow ended up on the show arguing with folks. So I think that she's done everything already. It's just now that she's front and center, we don't like it as much.
This is actually. I think this is a fair comment. This is actually Shantae, but Captain Creativity says Drew lies too much and Marlo does too, but they are both carrying these season on their backs. I will say that Drew, whether I like her or not, I mean, what her story, she's working. Is it good work? She's working, right? I feel like Marlo is more on chill. I would say last season she was working. This season, I feel like she kind of takes some steps back. She did a lot at the beginning, sort of, but not a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I think honestly, Marlo and her girls to me have been working than the other girls over here. Kenya and Kandi. Nope. Not at all. That's just my opinion.
The Sanya Marlo Sheree thing, it's fine to me. And then throw in friend Courtney, but that's why I said we need another older person on the other side, not Drew, because then they can have their little thing going on as well, and then we can have multiple clashes, like
Yeah.
a fight scene in a Transformers movie, just stuff just happening.
Ooh, get it popping.
You know what I mean? That I think that will make it a little bit more entertaining for me, and it will make it make more sense because they have their little genuine friendship over here, and then the older people will have their genuine friendship on that side.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we get to the actual events, and the event is held at it's at the Selfie Museum. So if you've never been to one of those, they have one here too. I didn't know if that was the original one, but that's good to know. It's different little photo op backgrounds, and you take pictures. So that was nice. I didn't know where it was until they said that, but it's set up nice. They got peach drinks flowing and people doing doggy style in the corner. It's a lot. They wearing a nice little gown. And they that's just me. I'm like, I don't want to be in my DVF and my Versace and, and do all of that. But no, it looked like it was a nice setup event. I'm sure she paid a lot of money for it. And like I said, I love the setup, I love the growth of the business. I like where it is. Now, the new toy that she's bringing about, it sounds like something she already got. It's just in the form of a peach because basically it's supposed to like vibrate, right?
Yeah, but I think it does. I mean, I'm sure it's similar to other vibrators, but from the way she was kind of explaining, it seems like it's supposed to do more. Like if you give a head, you put it on your jaw and it'll vibrate.
Who got time for that? For anybody that gives head, who got time to either take your hand off the thing or to grab something and do this while you're giving head? My jaw's probably already hurt. I'm confused. Why would who got time for that?
I just can't imagine like your mouth moving, vibrating with it. Like it just be a lot going on. But it's a cute concept, I guess.
It was. I agree with that, Asia. I think it was good brand, like a good branding type of situation because they already, the peaches, and then it's in the form of a peach. I wonder if she had to get some type of clearance from Bravo to be able to do that.
They have to pay to have their product shown on TV on this. They do have to pay for like advertising.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe the crease and the peach do something. I don't know.
Baby, listen. If when I'm doing what I'm doing, you're gonna think it's a vibrator on it. It ain't gonna be. It's gonna be just me.
Well,
taking my notes.
Okay,
I wonder if it has fuzz on it.
I don't know. I was trying to understand. I love the product, but the purpose of it, I just find it to be kind of useless, in my opinion. But that's me. So Sheree tells the girls about the conversation she had with Drew and Kandi. She tells them about the whole producing comment, and they kind of have this conversation about who can use the product the most. Sanya is acting like she don't really know how to have sex at all. Sheree says that Kenya could use the most, and who else? Somebody threw shade that somebody else could use it. Who was that? Somebody else said something. I think Kenya said Drew could use it. Yeah, Kenya said Drew could use it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Sheree said Kenya. We talked about the product. Cynthia she arrives, she gets there, and they hug. Kenya, they kind of have like a quick conversation. Well, in the confessions about how they fell out, why they fell out, how they got back together. Apparently Cynthia was going through a lot. Her mom was diagnosed with cancer, and then the divorce. So basically, she felt, in true form, when someone's going through something, she felt that she should work on that friendship because she needed her for support, and she was there. Any thoughts on any of that? You said what?
I hope Cynthia's mom is doing better.
Yeah.
That's all I really cared for in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I didn't see them fight. I don't care. Like I mean, on the show, I don't care.
Yeah. Don't try to bring it up now, X and Y. You should have brought her back last season, and we could have had a good ass season. But we had Marlo on there acting a fool, doing dumb shit. Yeah. So. Yeah, we knew. We watched Ultimate Girls Trip. We knew why they fell out. We knew what was going on. But I do hope Cynthia's mom is doing good. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So then outside of that, the next part of the event, the girls are questioning where's Drew, Cynthia specifically, and of course, as they're asking about her, she's like arriving. It's always like perfect timing, right? I be wondering like, how do they get this shit to be so perfect? But they're literally talking about her as she's walking in, and she walks in, and Cynthia was like, "We were just talking about you." And Drew's like, "What? I thought it was like hope it was good thing. Hope it was good things." And so, Drew throws a bit of shade in her confessionals about another Kandi horny event, speaking about the Bolo thing, and talking about this event, basically that all these things always happen at her events. That was the last conversation was what happened at Bolo, and then what's happening here. And then Marlo and Ralph have a side conversation. Marlo explains exactly what she said. Now remember we said last week we did talk about what Marlo said. I think you weren't here, but you were watching, Antonio. You said that Marlo said more than what we saw
I said, I
about
believe
Ralph.
she's.
Oh, you
Yeah.
believe? Okay. Well, I mean, based off what we've seen, she didn't, and she did
Yeah.
verbatim say what happened last week. So, Ralph was just talking about how much he respected her and stuff like that. And so, she threw her shade by saying, I know you're going through a lot. You don't know what personality you're gonna get when you wake up in the morning, yada yada yada. I'm just gonna say, Ralph, I know, child, go ahead and get divorced because you ain't finna talk about my wife or my
And I'm gonna
husband.
laugh off like
You're
that.
not.
No.
I'm not gonna laugh it off like that. No, I'm gonna be like, now hold on. At least let you know it's not cool. But he enabled it, whether it was fun shade or not. Still, it's like no,
He
because
don't.
the same energy he gave Marlo in that text message, he should have been so friendly with her anyway, based on how he was in that message. But I'll get y'all thoughts on this whole thing between Marlo and Ralph. Antonio.
Um, I mean, the conversation was cool. They do seem to have like a pretty good relationship. I am wondering as I was watching, I was like, I wonder what he's gonna feel when he watches it back. And she said all the stuff about Ralph not wanting Drew and he wanting a girl that looks like Marlo that's voluptuous and stuff like that. A few episodes back when she had cut Drew out, when she called Drew on the way to her date. But I thought it was a good conversation. I do feel like he should have checked her in that moment for saying that about his wife, because clearly Drew and Marlo aren't the best of friends. So even if you consider it to be fun shade, if we not cool like that, it ain't fun shade, it's just shade. So he should have said, I think he should have checked that also. I will say also, I think Drew looks amazing with black hair. And I mean, I'm okay with, women switching up their hairstyles, but to me, she just looks so good with black hair. That's it.
I had to hold my breath. I thought you can throw some shade because I was like,
Mm-mm.
you didn't
No.
say what I was gonna say. Asia.
Robert does not like Drew. And where the first time it was like fully 100% apparent was in that closet scene earlier. Like that's when it clicked. Like, oh, he don't like her, and he hasn't liked her for a while. She's very unlikable to him. So the whole from Tampa on down, like since we've seen him, he don't like her. That's why he's not defending what Marlo say. He likes Marlo. He likes somebody like Marlo, and I think Marlo knows this. So what I'm putting two and two together. He got Marlo number. They've had text before that nasty text came through from him. He felt comfortable enough to text her because for the most part, when like he interacts with the housewives, he's like in the middle, don't really care. But I think he has his own relationship with Marlo and he has his own relationship with Sanya because he has their numbers. He talks to these girls. He likes these girls. He don't like his wife. So the whole not defending his wife is very on brand because he don't like her at all. He don't
It
like
was
her.
like, fuck her.
He don't like her body. He don't like her closet. He wouldn't even give her no more closet space from clothes from the 99 2000s. Like, he do not F with her. He don't even want her in that house. He moved the house with her. He don't like her. So everything actually makes sense. I think that he kind of feels a little dumb for when he actually heard from Marlo what she actually said. I think he believes Marlo and he knows his wife is a liar. So he was probably upset in that moment that his wife put him in that situation, and he didn't need to be there. And he likes Marlo because Marlo likes Courtney. Like Marlo likes his cousin. It's just all making sense to me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with that. I would have liked to hear what she told him that she said, because once Marlo said what she said to him, he was just like, okay, like he kind of took it and that was it. So I'm curious to see like what little sauce and seasoning did Drew put on it, because she couldn't have just told him that. I mean, because literally the only reason why did she bring up Ralph in the conversation, or I can't remember what she said in the thing.
No, it's about initially Marlo did bring him up because Marlo was like,
she asked her or talked about like her not working or not doing something or something like that.
Yeah.
And
she's like, I need to stop tech like your husband or like.
No, like I said, we did talk about last week. Marlo was trying to throw shade with that. It was definitely shade intentional, but did she say anything like she didn't say your man's penis is small, or she didn't talk about the man. She just brought him up, you know.
It was on the after show, wasn't it, Antonio?
When they were discussing. Go ahead, my bad.
You didn't.
No, I said no.
Oh no, well, no, I was telling Asia to go ahead. My bad.
Oh, okay. I was so on the after show. She did say like, "Oh, I just said that." If I remember this right, allegedly, I just said that she brought your name up and she was talking about you. So she's starting to say like she didn't even go into detail. She just let Ralph know she's speaking negatively about you, and it's been she was saying it was like the whole trip, or she told him it was like the whole trip or something like that. And
they had brought it up in the didn't they bring that up in the closet as well when they were sending it, when she kind of said what she said, blah 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 about you.
Yeah. But yeah, Drew was just lying. That's why you can't lie your whole storyline through. You got to be like fun to Lulu like Mia a little bit and then own it later. She don't do none of that. That's why she's not clicking for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen between them two. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, the streets be talking, and you know, allegedly Drew was out here having a good time. But that's all alleged. Well, the truth, the whatever you do in the darkness comes to light. Okay, I learned that at age 15 when I was caught. So, with that being said, all right. So the last part of this event, Latoya forever shows up. You know, Latoya from last season, the person that 2 years ago, the person that they're all talking about. You know, that kissed Drew. She shows up. She her face thing got so much bigger. But she looks good. I thought she looked pretty good. I thought she looked her best towards the second half of that season that she was on. She started giving house. That's when I think we were talking about how it would have been okay if she would have come back another season, because she was giving housewife energy, right? And so she gets there. Marlo greets her. Marlo's like, this the girl I sent the video to, blah blah blah. And you know, they go up to Kandi, and Latoya tells her immediately, you know, I'm upset with you, Kandi. Candy's like, why? And she just feels like she wasn't there to defend herself in Portugal. So they go off to the side or go up to the upstairs room. Latoya, Drew, and Kandi. And Drew, I guess being funny, sits in Latoya's lap to basically play off the whole rumors of her messing with a girl. That's what I got from it. And you know, Toya asks, where's Marlo? So they go and get Marlo. Don Juan gets Marlo, and Marlo acting like she's scared. She don't want to go up there because she's like, oh, well, why am I going up there? But she goes up there and she immediately starts twerking in her dress, all that ass. And I was like, okay, Marlo, shake it. But they talk. Toya talks before she gets up there. It's her, Kandi, and Drew. And Toya basically says, like, yes, we had a rocky start, but you know, our relationship got better. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of that, and she got, you know, she said she didn't really like the fact that she was getting videos of Drew and getting all these questions about what happened. And I will say this scene kind of confused me a little bit towards the end. I'll tell you why. But when Marlo gets there, she twerks, and they have a conversation about it. But Drew makes a comment and says that the videos that Marlo got that she had were edited, and Marlo's like, editing? When did I get into editing? I fell out. First of all, when she said that,
Don't you
She
want to check?
huh?
I said,
She
don't
like,
you want to check?
like, bitch, we're not getting into it. I was like, girl, no, it's not your profession. It's easy to hit on the phone. But so Marlo throws her shade at Drew in her confessional about her editing her pictures, not looking like who she is. And you know, Candy's like, listen, you can do what you do, kiss who you want, suck what you want, but you would not lie on me. And Drew says, well, honestly, Candy, I think Candy was just fantasizing that she saw us kiss. Latoya says this is what confused me. Did she say turn to them and say, if she says she saw something, why don't you believe that? Is that what she said?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, why don't you believe Kandi?
I don't understand that comment with because she also is saying it didn't happen. So
Then she says it did happen, but then she says it didn't happen. But then she says
I was so lost in this moment. I was like it was confusing and it kind of pissed me off that I was so lost. Like, why are we talking about why is it still even a scene? But to close this scene out in the episode, you know, Marlo storms out after being told that she's an editor and she edits videos. And she texts Drew when she gets downstairs saying, did you kiss her? Being petty, shows the message. And then we get a cut to Drew with production and about showing the interview of Kandi and Latoya Forever, where she indeed confirms that they kiss. And yeah, I'll stop there and get y'all thoughts because yeah, I was confused. I like Latoya, but I felt like Latoya was a liar then, back like 2 years ago, and I feel like she's one now. But I'm just lost, just lost. Somebody find me, Asia.
I just feel like, okay, for the Marlo portion of it, like there was no point in her going up there, to be honest, because they weren't discussing anything, and the only thing she did was say, or she could say, is I saw y'all kiss, and I sent the videos. She didn't edit them videos. She took them and sent them right away. And I think she more so sent them because of the shit Drew was talking.
Yeah.
So she sent that part. And that's why I was like multiple videos of her talking shit. So I'm not trying to be funny, but like, I'm not going to give Marlo that much credit. I don't think she took a Coursera class on how to edit them videos that fast and edit the sound or what was said and all the other stuff. I just don't think it happened. Now, did she send her the whole conversation? Probably not. Maybe that's what she meant by editing. But nah, she didn't edit them videos, baby. It didn't happen. I thought it was funny that Don Juan went and got Marlo, and Marlo took that $5,000 purse and kind of wrapped it around her hand a little bit to use that as like a slingshot or something, just in case something happened, because she was acting like she was scared. That ball, that peach, looked like it could knock somebody out. So I saw how she was carrying it, and she looked like she was ready. She looked like she was ready. She wasn't gonna slash her face, but she was gonna go up somebody's head with the peach. Now with Toya and Kandi and Drew, the conversation itself, Toya is still lying. I think Toya didn't remember the kiss per se because she was drunk, but she knows she messed around with Drew at some point because she knows that they was both on the tabletop together with Bolo doing stuff and messing around. But I think she's just trying to play for whoever face she's in front of or whoever she's most scared of. So when it comes to Kandi being in the room, she gonna be on Kandi's side, or that's why she was like, oh, so do you think Kandi's a liar? Kandi's lying?
I don't understand why she would turn that around on her like that. But you telling in the message, you saying no, it didn't happen. Was that not confusing to y'all?
She didn't say in that scene. She didn't say no, it didn't happen.
No, but she texted and said, they called Latoya that night.
Oh yeah, she said no,
and she said no. So
but I think that was something her and Toya versus not knowing, thinking it's ever gonna come back up in the group or on make a camera. So when it started camera again,
silly. They are this. Well, now I will say not a particular person, but this little storyline is declassing the show because there is no substance. There is nothing in this that even requires all of this energy of lying. It's not that deep. It's really not.
It's given the profit thing, just stupid and unnecessary.
It is profit, and that's them two together are just some. What did I used to call them? Lames or losers, whoever. Like it's just been like such a lame loser vibe all over again. She might as well just bring the puffy wig on back out too while she at it.
But I was I was really, because even on the after show, they showed like those past interviews when Kandi had brought it up before, and Latoya was like, "No, nothing happened," and then Kandi was like, "I'm pretty sure I saw something happen," and Kenya was like, "Oh, you guys were lightweight making out." I'm like. That's why I said they started, because I felt like Marlo in that moment. Like, well, damn, I was thinking that Drew was lying, but now I'm so confused. And why would production? Why did they feel the need to cast doubt on Kandi's story like that as well? I mean, let's be honest. I'm not saying that, but Kandi has never lied that I can remember about anything on the show. I don't recall them ever running any flashbacks or anything like that on anything that she said. So it was crazy to me. I'm like, we know for sure, definitely Latoya lying, because you said at the reunion, yes, y'all did. Now you saying no, so we know for sure that's a lie. So
we know one of them is a lie.
Like, come on, man. It was so stupid. And it didn't even have to bleed into this episode. We didn't need any of that. And also, Marlo, I'm not even convinced. Never mind, I'm not going to say that. But I don't think that Marlo edited any videos. I do think that she's just sent bits and pieces of the conversations, but I don't think she necessarily went and, I'm going to hit edit and blah, 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 and only send this. I don't think she did anything like that. It seemed like she was just shooting the video, because by the time Kandi said she left, she was getting a call. So Marlo was sending the videos pretty instantly to Latoya as Drew was dogging her out while they were sitting in that hotel room. So.
Yeah, I don't see her editing, because editing. I'll tell you one thing: when you are on iPhone, I know she has an iPhone. You have to when you edit a video, you can save the video and overwrite it, or you can save it as a new copy. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Marlo was savvy enough, smart enough, whatever, to get a video and clip this and save as new and clip this. She didn't do all that. Not the fact she sent it in the moment. No. She was probably taking a video and she would stop. Then she'll take another one. It just seemed like maybe bits and pieces, but she was taking bits and pieces, but she didn't. I don't think she edited like she said. Yeah. When did she get into editing?
Because my thing is, Drew, if you was dogging the girl, if you was dogging the girl out, you were dogging her out whether the video was 20 seconds long or whether it was 5 hours long. You were saying what you said was what you said about the girl, which is what Marlo was sending to her to let her know y'all not really cool like you think y'all are. Yeah,
poor Drew. She just got put into a little corner. What she said, you heard when she said and scene. Did she say and lock up? What did she say?
I think she did say something like that.
So I don't remember. Marlo said and scene, but Drew was like and lock up. I was like, huh?
What does that mean?
I guess she's trying to say go back to jail. I don't know.
Trying to say Marlo is a criminal or whatever. But another thing that I have not liked about Drew throughout these last couple of episodes is her always mentioning the dungeon, and Kandi, stuff goes down in the dungeon, and that to me that was kind of reminiscent on the whole you're gonna take me to the dungeon and drug me and all of that. I didn't really like that Drew was, I guess, trying to play on that too.
I mean, about the horny event stuff.
Yeah, and or just what she was saying, like Kandi in the dungeon, or stuff happens in the dungeon, like she said.
Lickety Split is an active participant every time.
Lickety split, baby. That's why I'm like, I'm not buying that whole thing about she don't want her mama to know she kissed the girl, baby. The way we knew you was dry humping that stripper in that house.
And we still hear the tapes. I don't know, but
well, it's quite interesting now. She's saying all this, the horny event and stuff like that. And so, like I said last week, I think this reunion is going to be a little difficult for her. She has a lot of things and people coming at her, and she really has no true friends. Even before this happened, especially the fact that she's going against like 5 people that have said that you kissed this girl and you constantly saying no. I don't think this puts her in a good place with anybody at this point. And so, only person she probably won't have in her head is Sanya this year.
But even watching an after show with her and Kandi was kind of odd. The way Kandi was just like looking at her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, girl.
It was odd.
Well, she's always looked at her like that. Always.
I mean, even more so now because they were trying to develop
definitely. But if you go back to the finale of that that year with that season when they was like at that Christmas thing and the
With
wig,
the wig and the tape.
face was coming up and girdle, whatever it was. Kandi was looking at her then like, oh, yeah, she's always looked at her like that. I think she kind of tolerated her, but now I think I'm worried for her. So I hope she don't come with no and lock up again, because if she do that again, that's what,
her
I
legal
knew that she
jokes
said
are not
something about-
funny. They were
I didn't
funny.
even waste my time rewinding it back to even because
yeah, no, she said, I think she said and lock up, and I said womp. What the
Now,
hell?
I do think it was funny though when Marlo tried to come for Drew's face card. I'm like, listen, you can come for Drew on a lot of things, Marlo, but
Yeah,
she's a beautiful girl without makeup.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Somebody made a comment earlier about her having like a regular, like a normal body. She does, but I don't think she has to get anything changed. But I will say some things are not flattering on her. I will say that, and I'm not gonna quote, our Jasmine, the box shape, whatever. But it's like I didn't find that dress that she had on to be too flattering, especially when they showed the comparison to her in Kenya. I was like,
she had it on wrong.
and that's what I'm saying.
She had it on the right way.
I don't know.
And it's just, she needs to, if you're gonna be on it, like me personally, when I get on anything like that, I'm gonna have a fake husband, I'm gonna have a chef, a stylist, I'm gonna have the whole lot. I'm paying my whole check gonna go to my appearance. I'm just not gonna go in there blind and naked. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Like y'all gonna have to like me, because my attitude is terrible. So I'm gonna have to have everything else on point. Everything. She just doesn't. And she has like a hormonal body, so she can get all the surgery she wants. Her stomach gonna come back. Her back gonna
It's
widen.
not even about her. Yeah, it's not about her stomach. It's just
she's gonna look like that no matter what, because she just has a hormonal type body, and she don't work out like Sheree do. So
and she needs to drop it with Drew. She needs to get in there and drop it for real.
She needs to use her own product.
She needs to use her own product for real. So listen, with that being said,
she should have just came on this show with a different kind of storyline, acting, not really trying to fit in with everybody, but she should have came and kind of did more of like a Candace edit, focusing on her work, and I think she would have been better off. Her trying to be shady, it just falls very.
I saw this comment somewhere else too. Somebody said how Sheree got her boobs done and not her fibroids. Somebody else, I saw that somewhere and I hollered, but that's what Sean has said. It's not for me, by the way.
Oh,
so, y'all can get this on house. But listen, we got
girl.
Sean come with
Sean is vicious.
Okay, we got to call in the queue. Let's go ahead and get them on before we get out of here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Well, like the video and subscribe to the channel, as I always say. Before we drop it with Drew, let's pick it up with TKC. What's going on?
Y'all, I'm hollering at Sean S's comment. That is so nasty, Sean.
It sound like some shit you would have said, TKC.
Yeah, it do.
Mad you ain't say it
Is
first?
that your burner account? Are y'all the same? No, y'all ain't the same person. We've seen and heard Sean before, so we know y'all different. So what's going on? What you got for us?
First of all, Kandi is not sex positive. Kandi is sex obsessive. It's a difference.
Okay.
Sex. I'm so sick of Kandi. I don't know what to do. Everything is about flip it, dip it, sex, everything. I'm sick of it. Okay, and Drew. Okay, so I'm here for the Drew and Latoya duo. Like, I really want them back next season as a duo. But Sean, well, I'm talking about like as friends, now that they're friends.
I would like to see Latoya. I wanted to see more of Latoya season 14. So
the girl that's gonna work. I just hope she don't get out there and just be lying.
They was lying so hard. Like, I actually believe them now. Like, they lie so bad. I actually believe them.
Me too.
And I don't give Kandi much, but I don't think Kandi lying. But I just don't know now.
Now you don't know. Now you
I said the same thing.
We don't know what's going on.
You sound like Marlo. You like, child, now I don't know. She got me believing.
I was like, damn. So Kandi lie. I don't know.
Drew is sticking to her story. I'm so confused. I'm confused about the whole thing.
No, that's called a habitual liar. Okay, there is a diagnosis for Drew. She is lying. I don't think that the reason why I believe Kandi is because I also believe Kenya and the rest of them girls saying they saw it. So at this point, it's 4 sets of eyes against 1. Like, stop it.
I don't give Kenya that much, but I believe Kandi over Kenya. I believe Marlo over Kenya. I don't give Kenya that much, but I'm just kind of confused now.
Let me ask you a question, TKC. Would you be here for a feud between Latoya and Marlo? Because you know they at it right now on social media.
Yes. Oh, I know you asked TKC, but yeah.
Oh yeah, either way, it don't matter. I'm just asking how you would.
Yeah, because I feel like Latoya will go just as low as Marlo will.
And if she do, I hope Latoya just go low as low can get. I cannot stand Marlo. I don't know why she on this show. I don't like her.
You think she declassed in the show, TKC?
She's the class in the show. She the class. Everything about her is just gutter snipe, hood rat from Florida. Need to go back to Florida. I do not like Marlo.
You better leave the floors will come and get you now. Leave the Floridians alone.
No, they ready to try. But I just don't see it from Marlo. I don't understand her or Sheree. I don't understand why Sheree on the show.
Niggas are slim these days. I don't know what they're gonna. They gotta go. Who want it? They know Sheree, and them girls gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's honestly why they say Cynthia was on the show for so long, because they said Cynthia was more of a puppet. Like, she would do whatever that production would want her to do.
Child, Cynthia. I just don't. I believe that Cynthia just will take pennies just to be on the show, just to say she's on the show, just to be in front of the camera. And there's nothing wrong with it. Get your bag, promote your business.
She ain't got nothing to do now. She ain't got no man again.
Both shows is just she gonna appear on Beverly Hills too this year.
Oh, for real?
I think she was doing some stuff with them. She was in photos. I think like not too long ago, I believe.
I don't know if they still filming though, right?
Well, they did pick back up some filming, but I mean, like group filming. I think she was a part of that. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw her filming a part of some event, like some cameos, and because she's in back and forth still. So yeah,
I don't know about that. Keep the black girls where black girls at.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I don't know about it. Garcelle told you
what happened yesterday. We need some unity now.
We need more chairs. That's what we need.
and some swimming lessons.
All right, TK. So you got anything else for us? We'll let you go.
No, that's it. This show is a task to get through. Like I turned Peacock on. I was like, let me watch this show right here. Like, that is so. Why are we bringing stuff back up from 2 years ago?
You feel obligated to watch.
Yes,
and no matter what.
Love this show.
Our ratings are high.
Yeah.
I wonder how many more episodes they have, like 2 maybe or something like that.
Wouldn't be much. I was told this is a 16 episode season way back. So we're going into episode 14. So if 15 is the last one, then 16 is definitely the last one. For sure.
Okay.
So we're at the end. We got the reunion. We got the reunion coming up. We should have talked about the looks today, but maybe we'll do it. I mean, we seen the damn looks, but I will say, based off of the final photos, who were y'all like now favorites? Seeing that.
Switched.
Okay, who was your original and who was your current?
Originally, I liked Kandi the most, and I liked Kenya the least. Okay. Now I like Marlo the most and Sanya the least.
Okay, Sanya was my least. Remember, I said, well, she pregnant. I'm gonna stop, but I said it last week. I ain't changing on it. But
I have to give it to you because that dress is terrible.
JC, what do you think about the looks?
Y'all might not like this, but I think Courtney looked the best.
You know, it looked like she had on some slides.
Her shoes, I don't know what was going on with the shoes, but the dress, I liked it.
I didn't add them in.
Oh, okay. Well, you talk. Well,
Courtney does look good. TKC, she looks really good.
She definitely look good from like the ankle up.
Kandi look okay too.
Antonio, stop.
Yeah,
she look good from the ankle up. Now I will say this: I liked Sheree's dress better with the pictures than I did initially. It still wasn't like my favorite, but I did like it better. Marlo's, I liked her personal picture when she was like standing outside. To me, it was because it was like the New York
that dress. You need space.
It was like it was the New York behind her. It was giving a good mix of hard and soft. So I like the dress in that photo. I want to see what it looks like as she's out there sitting down. But right now, I mean,
And
I'm
Mayetta tried
glad
it.
that Kandi went the simple route. I mean, it's like if you can't, really deliver with feathers and all that type of stuff, if that's not you, then stick to what you know. But I think I really like Drew's dress from what I can see, because it seemed like it would look good sitting down as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, TKC, we're gonna let you go. Okay.
Probably like Mayetta's outfit too, then, Antonio, didn't you?
No, I hated her pants.
Yeah, she had on
no, but I didn't think anything was. Drew's dress was giving me a little Aladdin, like Princess Jasmine with those kind of sleeves on it, but the high slit and all of that, I was.
My issue with Courtney's look is that I felt like the dress was wearing her. Like it didn't seem like it was a complete ensemble of a look to me. Like, I don't know. I feel like the dress was nice, but it wasn't the dress for her. That's what I got.
She had on some motherfucking slides.
But I did like her dress. So I would say she had a really good dress, but I didn't like her whole ensemble. So, yeah.
I think it was, I think I didn't really care for her hair either. I think when you got a lot going on, like your hair needs to be like up or something is what
that too.
Hair-wise and stuff, that Kenya face and hair, Kenya took that to me hands down.
Sammy said Courtney hair was flat.
Sheree looked like Kim Zolciak to me in the face.
I like that take him down. Not TKC was actually was a co-host for a minute. He was up here a long time, wasn't he?
That's because he was acting like he had some sense tonight. So
I was testing him out. He kind of passed today. I was like,
okay. Is TKC gonna join the league?
I'm gonna have to give TKC a wrench. Probably not, but
he can't have a wrench. He can be a fill-in before he get a wrench. Okay.
Listen, you can't right, okay? You can't give some folks power chat. But yeah, on that note, we thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, of course. Thank you, Asia. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, TKC, for calling in. Shay says the bar is low. I'm hollering. Thank you, Sammy, Art World. David was in here. Dream. Hey, Sean S. Thank you, Calvin. Everybody that's watching, thank y'all for watching. And we'll see y'all next, if not tomorrow, for New York. We'll see y'all for Atlanta later this week, and then the luncheon link we'll be back on Thursday. Chase is back with some new topics, so make sure y'all tune into that too. All right, see y'all later. Have a good Monday. Peace.